Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Neurodivergent Convergence podcast. It's a fun one today. We have the GOAT and partner on show. Rei and Micah are joining us today, and we are super excited to have them on the show to witness firsthand the fun and fuckery. If you do not know what we are talking about here, you have 43 other episodes to go listen to figure this out. But this episode will be really no different from any other than we get to chat with the OG show listeners, and we're super excited that they are here. So we're very happy to have you on the show. I was like, I can't wait to get them on because it's just going to be a fun little chat. So we're going to discuss some things with them here soon. But also, damn it, brain just died. Amanda, hey.
What?
That's Amanda.
Yeah,
there we go.
Hi.
That's what I was missing. I'm Nikki. That's Aminder. Say hi, Aminder.
Hi, Minder.
Hi, Aminder. Sorry.
Hey. Oh, you can jump in. And then we're going to say, and that's Micah. Say hi, Micah.
Hi, Micah.
And that's Rei. Say hi, Rei.
Hi, Rei.
I mentioned it the other day. I have a lot of trouble with echocolinia, whatever it's called, and I was like, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Oh,
That's okay.
No, you're fine.
Look,
we do it all the time.
This is a safe space. This is a safe space for that. Okay, safe space for that. I love it. I love it. Okay, so as always, Amanda, Minder, and I are two neurodivergent best friends traveling the neuroverse together because we are living in a neurotypical world and we are not neurotypical girls. I fucking nailed it. That was the best one I've done in a long time. It's great. I did great. Yay for me. Claps for me for not fucking up the intro this time. Okay, guys. So, you know how we roll. We got to start the show with the fun. And then we get into it, and then we hit them with the fuckery at the end. It's like a little sandwich, right? We got the fun, we got the content, and then we got the fuckery. So, are you guys ready to do a Mad Lib?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Yes.
Aminder, am I supposed to be taking words this time?
If you want, I have it in front of me if you want me to. I have it in front of me if you want me to.
You know what? I don't even know where mine went. It done disappeared. So you're going to have to do it because mine is MIA at the current moment. It was on the bed last time I saw it, and then it poofed. So go for it, Aminder.
Okay. So, and we're doing the Team Rocket or Amateurs one, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
sure. I don't know.
Yep. I first need
I'm
an
not
adjective.
prepared, per usual.
I first need an adjective.
Yes. We kind of themed it Danish, just
Sure.
just because we thought it would be funny. So the first adjective is tall.
Is what?
Tall. Like
Tall.
Tall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I need to turn you guys up. I can't hear.
There you go.
That's not the audio button. That's my brightness button. There we go. Okay. Okay, tall. Yes, Danish people are tall. Adjective?
Ugly.
Ugly? Well, that's not
Oh.
As the ugly duckling from.
Ugly duckling.
the-
Is that Hans Christian Andersen? Is that who wrote that?
Yeah.
Plural noun?
Lego bricks.
Little bricks?
No, Lego bricks.
Lego bricks.
Lego.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lego.
Lego. Yeah.
Sorry, I even used to work in a call center, and I don't do well with hearing people. You think that would be the worst job for me, but there you go. Plural
That's
noun?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Yay. I love hot dogs. I had one the other day. It's been a while since I had a real good hot dog. It just hit the spot.
Nice.
Noun?
Hygge. I can spell it for you if you don't.
Yeah,
know how to.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
So Hygge.
Hygge? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close enough. It's not how you say it. That's how I want to say it, but I know that's not how you actually say it.
Okay. A place.
So we went with the Amalienborg Castle. That's where the royal family lives in Denmark.
You guys, I
Amalienborg
just
Castle?
knocked a candle over. Oh shit. Hold on.
Oh no!
Pause for possible fire hazard. I gotta blow them out. I like knocked my desk and it went boop, fell right over. It said, I'm out. Sorry, we had to pause for possible fire hazard. Okay, crisis averted. Continue.
Okay, so is Amalienborg? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. Color?
Mailbox red.
Mailbox red.
Yeah, we have a specific red for our mailboxes, and that's
mailbox,
called like
okay.
postkasse as well in
Gotcha.
Danish. But
Yeah, we usually do fire engine red is what we call, or like
exactly same
stop
point.
sign. Yep, states like stop sign red. Article of clothing, plural.
So we went with clap hats.
Clap hats.
Yeah, which is both a word for being an idiot and also like these football clapping hats.
Yes. Oh, yes, with the
Yeah,
string.
but
Yeah.
Exactly.
but a clap hat is also an idiot in Danish. So that's also
that's funny. I
love
like that.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're being such a clap hat. Sorry, stop being such a clap hat. Verb.
So we didn't have a verb ending in ing, so we had to have fuck somewhere. So it was here.
Yay!
Yep, there you go.
It always does. That's where
Yep.
it belongs.
Oh no. Sorry, Pokemon.
Oh no!
Oh no. Adjective.
Happy.
Happy. Pronoun.
Vikings.
Vikings. Love it. I did a DNA test a couple months ago, and it turns out I think it was 37% Norwegian. So it's like, yay, Viking people.
So it turns out you're
we
not 100% that
just
bitch.
don't like sweets.
No. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Norwegians are
Sorry.
cool.
Sorry, I had to throw in a Lizzo reference.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
She's not 100% that bitch. She's 37% Norwegian.
Yep.
Sorry.
Exactly.
That
A
was
place,
a bad joke.
and you should feel bad.
I do.
We went with Tivoli.
You have to spell that for me. Tivoli.
Tivoli.
Li. Tivoli. And what's that?
Yeah. It's like a specific amusement park
Oh, okay.
in Copenhagen.
I think I've seen like something on the Travel Channel about that. I remember seeing something in like a
it's
amusement park in Denmark.
like it's one of the big things in Denmark. We're going ourselves in March.
Nice.
So.
Ooh, fun.
I love them. I love amusement parks.
Same.
Adjective.
Little, as in the Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. Aw. Did you guys see the new one, the live action one?
I haven't seen it yet. I thought about it, but I haven't gone.
I
around
haven't
to it.
either, actually. You'd think I'd be all over that, but I really have not.
I saw it in theaters. I thought it was good.
Nice.
Another adjective.
Magical.
Magical.
Yay.
Love it. And then last one, plural noun.
Carlsberg beers.
Casper.
Carlsberg.
Yes.
Yeah, Carlsberg. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the stuff that Ryan likes to drink, Amanda.
Oh,
We
yeah.
always talk about Carlsbergs all the time.
Yeah.
Carlsberg beers.
It's Danish.
Yeah.
There's that and Tuborg. They're both really popular.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Let's go. So this one's called Team Rocket or Amateurs. It says, sure, Team Rocket thinks they are so tall with their ugly outfits and fancy Lego bricks. But if I were the boss of a team of hot dogs, we'd be the best. First of all, we'd be called Team Hygge? Hygge? The Hygge word?
Yeah.
And-
Say it the right way for us.
Yeah, say it one more time. Hygge?
Yeah.
Hygge?
Close
First
enough.
of all,
As
sorry.
close as Americans gonna get.
Yep. First of all, we
Okay.
would be called Team Hygge, and our headquarters would be the Amelienborg Castle. We would all wear mailbox red armor and have the coolest clap hats. Our sworn goal would be to fuck new Pokemon
Oh
by.
no.
That's why I apologize to them. Poor little.
Oh no.
Our sworn
girl.
goal would be to fuck new Pokemon by exploring the farthest parts of the world. Who knows what kind of happy Pokemon we'd see, or how many Vikings we'd find in the strangest of places. We would travel to the bottom of the ocean, or even to the Tivoli. If we thought we could find an undiscovered and little Pokemon, we'd make lots of magical hard cash too, and we would never let Ash Ketchum or any of his Carlsberg beer stand in our way. Ash, being 10 years old, just downing beers.
Yeah.
But also,
Well, what
the red
the
armor
fuck?
makes sense
Yeah.
for the moral guard here, like the
Mhm.
one who takes care of him. Amelienborg Palace has a red.
Oh, that's
coat.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Richard,
that's
yeah.
cool.
So I was like, that fits really well, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I love it. Okay. Well,
Well,
Sorry
thank you for
about that,
guys for
Pokemon.
participating.
yeah, thanks for doing that with us. And sorry I almost burnt my house down in the middle of it and had a small heart attack, but it's fine. Candles are fine now. My little pyro ass is watching them burn because I can't help it. So we want to talk to y'all and want you to talk at us. So if you want to jump like right into like theme, I'm curious, how did you guys meet?
That's actually kind of a funny story. We were both on the same Discord server, both part of the moderation team,
Yeah.
or became a part of the moderation team. And then I was kind of like an event planner for it, sort of. And I did a romantic Q&A session with Rei for that, and we hadn't talked that much before then. And then we kind of became friends and watched movies together. We live in different parts of the country. Oh, we did before I moved in. And then we just kind of decided that maybe we should meet up in real life. And we had a really cool first date at a cool museum where I used to live. And I made them a bracelet and asked them if they want to be my partner.
Yeah.
On the top of the place
that.
looking out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
so
cute.
sweet. I love that. That's cute.
Yeah, I think we actually still have the old one over there. Yeah, it's hanging in the background, like the older bracelet. I have to make some new ones. I had to cut
love
mine.
that. That's sweet. And how long have you guys been together?
So in,
Almost 2
yeah, in
years.
the end of March, we've been together for 2 years.
Oh, so you're
just
going
under 2
to
years.
Tivoli for your
Yeah.
anniversary. Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
We went to Copenhagen last year for our anniversary and doing it again this year.
Mm-hmm.
I
For a
love
weekend
that.
and just hanging out.
Good.
Awesome. So how far away did you guys live from each other when you first, like how far was it?
Around 2 hours by train. I don't remember how
Okay.
long in kilometers that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Like a 2-hour train ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we.
It's
I
okay,
do
we're
things
Americans,
by
we
hour anyway.
Yeah, we measure things like that's like
I
I'm 50
still
minutes
travel
away.
that most days to go to class.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Because
wow.
I'm still in university in the city I lived in before.
Oh,
But
wow.
I'm done in a year, so I'm just
Good.
I'm yeah.
what are you going
I'm
to school
commuting.
for?
I'm almost done with my master's in chemical engineering.
Oh wow,
Wow.
Exactly.
way over
Yeah.
my head.
Yeah.
So I'm doing my master's project this semester, and I have a course I moved this fall. So, but otherwise, I'm pretty much done.
So you're
Good.
doing your master's?
Mhm.
Wow. Damn.
They're
I
pretty smart.
feel dumb. Dumb. I couldn't make it out of community college, like the junior college. I failed twice out of junior college. So there's that. And you're like, I probably could say my alphabet backwards real good. I don't know. I'm dumb. Like, I don't college well, but school was hard for me, period. So I just didn't. I'm very smart. I'm just not, school's just not good for me. I just didn't get through school well.
Makes sense.
And then what about you, Ray? Like, I don't want to be like, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? But like, what did you do the school thing? Do you have like some kick-ass job? Are you hella smart? Like, talk to me.
They have a pretty cool job.
Yeah. So I have a bachelor in design.
Okay.
Like
Multimedia.
multimedia design. Yeah.
Cool.
And
Do you do anything with that?
Hmm?
Do you do anything with that? Like, do you have a job in that field now?
Yeah, kinda. I went 6 months to Manchester for a specific virtual reality course over there, and now I
In
work
England?
with in England, exactly.
Okay.
Cool.
Um,
So VR, like virtual reality stuff.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking cool. I love that.
And
Okay.
that's what I work with now. We have a small company in Denmark. We are 3 that work with VR in this specific sector. We make procedure training for nurses. So like they can try some of their things in virtual reality before they go do it on a patient.
That's really freaking cool.
Yeah.
I like that. That's so fascinating to me. Sorry, I'm like I don't understand a lot of this stuff, but like I am really fascinated by it. Like very fascinated.
That's me with like space stuff. Like I don't understand astronomy and like astrophysics stuff, but like I love space.
Yeah.
It's the same way we often talk about. They don't understand what I'm saying when I'm talking about my stuff, and I don't understand what they're saying when they're talking about the stuff. We both know it's cool.
Yeah.
Like it's still fascinating. It's gonna sound like gibberish, but it's fucking fascinating to me because I don't understand it. I'm like, tell me more things. Like I just want to know, like, how do you even do that? Like, how is that even real life? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. The VR stuff, the video, all that stuff is so crazy to me. But I feel like that's big though. Like that's like life-changing stuff. This is like you can practice on like a fake person and learn and get really good at it before you actually try on a real human. That could save someone making a massive mistake on a real human. And like that's a big deal. That's really important work. That's amazing.
And especially like you don't have to worry about trying to find like cadavers, like bodies and all that to try to practice. Like it's good to have like once you get to that point, but it's not always possible.
Yeah.
There's still a good reason to have the other kinds of training that you have already, but we focus on like the step by step. So you have to grab these things, you know how to set up the table and how to do the procedure, and then you can like try and get the actual experience after that.
Yeah, it's like having it's like a good basis of knowledge, and then working like building upon that.
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing. So is that like the biggest thing you work on is VR, or do you do like, it's less like graphic design and more of like programming side of things? Is that what it is? Like
I started out being the design person, like doing the 3D elements in the world and like putting it together in I don't know if you've heard about Unity, but it's like this game
Unity engine. Yeah, Unity game engine, real engine.
Yeah. So we use the Unity game engine because it has a lot of the fundamentals for VR already.
Yeah, like I know that's not VR, but when you've said VR, like for helping nurses, I just thought of Surgeon Simulator. If you ever seen that game, it just made me think of that. Yeah. It made me think of that game, and that game's hilarious. But it made me think of that.
No, not like that.
Not based on real life, but still hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So, Micah, what did you like? What's the end goal for your career? Like, what kind of job do you hope to be doing with that?
I'm still trying to figure it out. Honestly.
Yeah, that's okay. You got time.
There's a lot of different areas I could see myself working in.
Okay.
I find sustainability really interesting, but also stuff like medical field for like producing medicines and stuff like that.
Okay.
A big company in Denmark just moved one of their facilities closer to where we lived, or where we live. So I'm considering maybe doing that if they want me when I'm done and stuff like that. So I'm still trying to figure it out. But
That's
currently
amazing,
I'm working
Mhm.
my master's about pretty much just using a something called biochar, which is a greener version of coal, pretty much.
Okay.
Using that instead of something called peat in commercial greenhouses, because that's not so good for us or the earth. But currently it's too basic. So I'm trying to acidify it pretty much in simple terms.
Yeah.
I'm trying to acidify it. So
Okay,
working
great.
with a very enthusiastic
Mhm.
my supervisor is super advisor is super fascinated by it and worked with it for a very long time, this biochar. So that's very cool.
I love that. That's great. That's also important. Like that, like you said, that would absolutely fit into the sustainability factor of things. If peat isn't as good for the environment and we can find something that is better for the environment and still
A lot of places is currently actually having laws against using it.
Okay.
So like England, and I think England has completely put it out of use, and Germany is moving the same way, and Denmark is slowly following the trend. So yeah.
Okay.
The US will take forever. Sorry, we're always
Yeah,
behind.
we won't follow you fast. Sorry.
No.
It's not America of us to do that, so can't. But it sounds cool, but unfortunately, we'll probably be the last ones to do some stuff like that. But so yeah, so let's talk about. It's all very fascinating. Like I'm very fascinated. We could probably sit and talk about this shit all day. But
Definitely.
let's talk about, when did each of you find out you were some form of neurodivergent? And then can you tell us what kind of neurodivergent you are and how that sort of happened?
Yes.
Either way.
Yeah. So I've suspected I have ADHD for years. My sister has an official diagnosis. My mom has like a semi-official diagnosis. I actually just in December went to my doctor's to get a referral, and currently I'm waiting on getting a time slot for it. But currently wait times here around 2.5 years. So probably maybe in 2 years, if I'm lucky, I will have my first appointment. Yeah. And then I also have some consideration I might be slightly autistic at least. Just as some stuff that kind of makes sense to me at least. But that's something I've thought about for like a year or two, kind of most of the time we've been together, where I'm like, yeah. So no official diagnosis, but I'm on the way for ADHD, and probably also will bring up maybe asking about autism when I'm there anyway.
Self-diagnosis is valid. That's absolutely valid.
I've taken a lot of tests, and a lot of them suggest there's at least something.
Yeah. So that's okay. Yeah, because of those kind of things where it takes years to figure out, get an official diagnosis. I don't think there's anything wrong with self-diagnosis at all, because if it validates you and helps you.
Because like you know your go. Exactly. And like yourself more than other people would. So you know how your own experiences are. And sometimes even if you go see a doctor, it's hard to describe how you're feeling. So
I took a lot of the text before going to my appointment, just for so I could write stuff down, because my memory is shit in general. So I was like, okay, I have this, and that made me think of this. And so I had like a page of symptoms I brought to her when we were talking, and she made me do a little test as well. And she was like, yeah, I feel comfortable sending you on to a psychiatrist. And I'm like, great.
That's awesome. So what about you, Rei?
So I think it was about 1.5 years ago
Mm.
when I started considering that maybe I might be autistic, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I took some tests, and I took the test again and again. And they kept saying the same thing.
Right.
I think I pretty much scoured the entire internet of different tests.
Yeah, I just got to double check. Just fourth test is a
Just
charm.
double check and triple check.
Mhm.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah. I think I'm also. I think I mentioned it when we started dating. When I was like, I don't know if you brought it up yourself first or I did.
I think I brought it up, and you were like, "Yeah, you could kind of see
I was
it."
like, I can kind of see it.
And we
love
talked
that.
about we talked about it, like neurodivergent people tend to like group themselves together.
Yeah. We find each
especially,
other
like
somehow.
the radar thing you guys talked
Yes.
about last time.
Yeah.
I was like, I get
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it's real hard not to go, you got to touch the tism, don't you? You really do. I can see it. I can see it all over you. You got a little bit of that tism, and it is what it is. We can't help it. But okay, that's awesome. So you're also self-diagnosed then?
I'm self-diagnosed. Yeah, I don't have any
Okay, perfect.
papers on
Is it
anything.
the same
Perfect.
type of like process to get official diagnosis? Like you go to a doctor and then they refer you?
Yeah.
And the wait times are the same.
Yeah.
A lot of offices has this, like a wait list specific for ADHD and autism diagnosis, and it's that wait list you get on, and a lot of places it would either be 3 years, like the one I got into is actually kind of shortlisted, unless you want to go to a random place in Denmark, like in the middle of nowhere. But again, if I have to go there more than once, it's gonna be a little annoying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
luckily, I could find a psychiatrist in the town we live in, so I didn't have to go too far.
Well, that's good. Yeah, so like here it's again depending on your insurance, right? Like whether or not you could even get anything covered like that. And I feel like for me, my husband's in the military, so our insurance is a little bit different, and they're kind of picky about like who, like specialists and things that you see that they want to pay for, right? But so it's harder, and especially I feel like it's much harder as an adult to get approved for those kind of services, right? So for me, like with the ADHD thing, all it took was I go to a therapist, just like a regular counselor, like a talk therapy. And that person is licensed to diagnose. So she could diagnose me with ADHD, and then I could go to my family care doctor and let them know, like, hey, this is what happened. This is what we're thinking. And they're like, okay, they ask me a few questions, much like with your experience. And then they're like, yeah, you for sure have ADHD. Gonna put that in. Here's your meds. You know what I mean? Like, and go from there.
So
and yes,
simple.
so simple. But sometimes you'll get a doctor, like when it first happened, my doctor I was seeing at the time wasn't comfortable with prescribing me that medication without going to a psychiatrist first. So I did have to wait for a psychiatrist, and it took about 8 months to get in to a psychiatrist around here because everyone was so booked up. COVID just sort of like flooded everyone with psychiatrists and counselors and everything. Like, you just so impossible to get into anybody because
who would have thought a
everybody
pandemic
needs
would have
one.
affected who would have thought a pandemic would affect people's mental health?
Right. Yes. Everyone's mental health went to shit, and there's not enough mental health providers. So like that's what happened here. But but then now I have a family doctor now who is comfortable prescribing me that medication. So I no longer have to see my psychiatrist, which is great because I hated him. He was awful, awful human. But the autism thing, there are very few diagnosticians, at least in my area. So
like in the state, we live in the same state, but we live about 3 hours apart. So
yeah,
there's very few. I don't even know if there's one around here, but we're not.
I had to drive 2.5 hours to take my youngest son to get his diagnosis, and it was like a 2-day.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, it was like a 2.5-day thing. So it's very difficult to get in, and there's a lot of criteria you have to meet, and then there's a lot of questions and answers and things, and it's like, it just shouldn't be this hard, right? Like, it really just should not be this hard. It doesn't take, I feel like, yes, it takes a lot to understand autism as a whole, right? And like understand these things as a whole, and understand, because it presents so much differently in different people. But I do feel like it shouldn't be this difficult for someone who is in the medical field to look for certain things and listen to the person who they're speaking to, who thinks they may be autistic, and come up with a determination from there and move on. Like, I don't know why it has to be such a circus act to get what you need. Do you know what I mean? So, but I can understand. That's why I'm a stickler for self-diagnosis is valid, because there's too much of a mess to have to get through just to have someone validate how you already feel and what you already know, right? So
yeah. I think this issue right now is the university don't accept self-diagnosis. So currently, we have a rule we can't use headphones for written exams. So I had to sit in a room. Luckily, I got loops and they work
perfect
wonders. But I focus 10 times better when I'm listening to music than without it. So I perform worse on written exams after the rule went into effect. But because I don't have papers on being ADHD or having ADHD, I am not allowed to wear headphones.
Wow.
I can't even wear my noise cancelling just for the noise cancelling effect. I have to wear earplugs.
Even if they look at your that they're just noise canceling, they're not playing anything, they won't let you do it.
Yeah, I have asked. They won't let me wear them at all. They have to be in my bag.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's when I did the whole long hair trick and be like, oh, I have Bluetooth headphones I bought for work, and at the time we weren't allowed to listen to anything, so I got the Bluetooth headphones.
If they can't see your ears, I'm pretty sure they would ask you to move your hair so they can check your.
I get it, because they want to make sure people aren't having like the answers in their ear.
It makes a lot of sense, but it's really hard when you don't have papers on your disability.
Yeah,
because we have a lot of support for our disabilities in universities, but it does demand that we actually have it on paper. And that's just unfortunate.
Yeah. It's like there's all the support in the world for you, but you have to wait to get the paperwork that you need to get the support. It's just, there's always something, right? There's always something.
Like for me, my diagnosis, like Nikki, it was for ADHD was pretty simple. I just went to a local therapist. I think she's technically a psychiatrist, but I just went to a local therapist, got a consultation. She's like, yeah, from what I can tell, and answers everything it sounds like. So I went in, like, I can't talk. Let's get you in to take this test. So I took this test in this room, which is really weird. And I'm like, I can't tell if this lady's like judging my behavior while I'm taking it, because it's kind of tests like you take on a computer. It's basically like click the button when you see this certain flash on a screen. And so it was like 30 minutes long. Took the test, and then she came back and we talked. She's like, yeah, it seems like you do have ADHD. So it's pretty easy to get the diagnosis. Problem is, even with insurance that I pay through my job and get through work, it would be $350 a month for medication. I don't know what that is in euros or anything, but so it's pretty easy to get the diagnosis, but the medication is expensive.
Yeah.
So I had to apply for like a assistive program to get it, and so I got it for free for 6 months, and then that program quit. So I was like, but then luckily at that same time, that medication provider, they created a generic, so now it's a lot less expensive. But so
Yeah, so they finally created a generic for it. So like the generic like Adderall, there's like Adderall and there's Ritalin and things like that. And those have had generics forever. Like there are ones that aren't generic that use those, but that's the generic forms and they've had them forever. The newer one that her and I were on that was working the best was called Vyvanse. And it's an Adderall based medication, but it's not Adderall. It's different. So, and there was no generic. So that medication was like $350, $400 a month. And because insurance, right? Everyone, what I pay for it, what she pays for it, what you'd pay for it, what the girl down the street would pay for it, it's all different, right? Like it all depends on what your insurance covers, right? Even though that medication costs the same, it all depends on what your coverage is. So like she said, like, thank God right around that time, they came out with the generic. Well, now the problem is now that there's a generic, nobody's insurance will pay for the regular. Nobody, because it's so expensive. And so the generic pill is out of stock and has been for like 3 months because they could not keep up with the demand. So now we have to go back and get different authorizations. Like on my end, I had to go get authorization again for my insurance to cover the medication, but they won't cover it in full. So we have to pay $43 a month per person in my house that takes it. And all 3 people in my house take it. So now we're spending out of pocket again until the generic comes back. So, which, I mean, we got to have it. So it is what it is. But for people who can't afford that, you know what I mean? Like that's awful. It's awful when you can't afford that. What do you do? Just have you tried suffering? Like, you know what I mean? Like you just suffer. It's fine.
My sister mentioned something about the price here at home. I don't remember what she ended up paying, but we also have a system. If you pay a certain, depending on how much you end up paying towards medicine specific, like prescription medicine here in Denmark, we have a tracker in our pharmacies. They keep track on how much you paid, and then when you hit different brackets, they give a certain discount. A certain discount. And I don't know where she is on the discount, but she said if she didn't have the discount, I'm pretty sure she said it would have been 3,000 Danish crowns, which is around.
That's $400.
Yeah, $400 somewhere in that month. So I think price-wise, it's probably about the same if she did not have the automatic tinted version yet.
Wow.
But yeah, again, we have free healthcare, but that does not necessarily mean free drugs.
Yeah.
Which must be nice.
So it's like a catastrophic cap. So like once you meet, like we have a catastrophic cap with insurance too. So like say your plan doesn't cover certain things. So like once you've spent so much money out of pocket, it covers everything past that. So like it's a spending cap.
It's sections. So when you spend a certain amount, you get I think it's 5% at first on everything after that, and then 10% and 15%.
So it's like
tiered.
Like
it's
go up.
tiered.
Yeah, that's brackets. And like when you get your receipt from the pharmacy, at the bottom you can see how much you have currently paid and what the brackets are, because nobody can remember.
It's almost kind of like a deductible in a way.
Yeah,
so
like
you
can kind of see in the bottom how much you are from being able to save anything, and when you can do and how much.
Wow.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's different. So yeah, that's interesting. But it's crazy how it's so different everywhere. But it's
and that's medicine in all. So any so yeah. As long as it's
is it easier like with generic? Do you guys have like name brand versus generic as well, where it's like you could choose the generic option, or is it just
usually our doctors will like put in the prescription that if it's okay to change out, and then the pharmacy will just ask
like
if do you want the cheapest version. And they will. I always ask that, and unless you like, no, I can't have the cheapest version because it makes me sick for some reason or whatever. But they will ask, do you want the cheapest alternative or the cheapest version? And they often you say yes, unless you have been specifically said you can't have that.
Gotcha.
So yeah, they will ask.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes here. Like most of the time it will default to a prescription, to like a generic or what the cheapest one here. And then if there's for some reason you can't have it, then you'll just have your doctor specify on the prescription not to substitute it or whatever. So yeah, that's interesting. So we talked about how you met. We talked about the different kind of neurospicy you are. How does that, like, what are the strengths, right? Like, what things are you like, we are team, like, TISM powers combined, right? And what things are like, fuck you, I don't like that, get out of my face. Like, what do you butt heads on, and what works well for you? I'm curious.
So a good one to start with is kind of what we have, at least after we moved into jail, I had to learn to deal with.
Yeah.
I have my ADHD piles everywhere.
The doom
Doom
piles.
Really want aura. So they have learned to accept my ADHD piles because if I'm stressed inside, it becomes outside. So that's definitely one of the things we have to kind of find a middle ground, and we also have an agreement. If it gets too much, they have to tell me so we can fix it. But yeah. But I feel like one of the things where it works really well is kind of how we plan our week. I think it's because I have a bit of the mix. I need structure. I don't stick to structure, but I need structure. So like I make a meal plan for the week, and we go grocery shopping. We haven't been so good about following it lately, but that has actually helped us a lot with about how much money we spend on food, because beforehand it was kind of all over the place. So and that have also helped Rei feel more comfortable when they're cooking. They know, like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be making.
I have a plan. It's like we have a plan.
Yes.
Before they moved in, it was usually the easy meals, like order in, or the you just have to throw it in the oven or microwave or something. Like they taught me to actually cook.
I'm slowly teaching them to cook.
That's great though. So you needed to learn how to cook, and you were like, I gotta deal with them needing all this order and me being like, doom piles everywhere. Like, I feel like I go back and forth. I sometimes have my doom piles, right? And then other times I'm like, if we don't clean this fucking house, I'm gonna kill somebody, right? Like, so it just goes back and forth.
Yeah, I also do that sometimes, but the big problem is I have energy for it for about 5 minutes, and then the motivation disappears.
Yes.
Mine comes at like 1 a.m. That's usually when I, or just random. Like earlier, I warmed up
dishes.
Yeah,
I will do them at like in the middle of the night. If I do the dishes, I hate doing the dishes. It's definitely the chore I hate the most. So Rei usually do them, but if I do them, it will be in the middle of the night, me with my headphones because I can't sleep, and the Rei will come into the kitchen like, honey, what's going on? What are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing the dishes, okay?
Yeah, right? Leave me alone. At least I'm doing them. Calm down.
Just go to bed.
Yeah. Leave me alone. I'm doing the thing I never do. So leave me alone. Yeah.
Exactly.
I know. I think my husband might fall over dead if he saw me doing the dishes, because I hate it. I hate it. But to be fair, I was a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, and I did the dishes every day for 7 years. So
I have lived alone since I was just before 2019. I moved out, and then we moved in together about just over half a year ago. I did spend some time with my mother in that period, but most of the time in the last 6 years, I've lived alone. So I had to do the dishes all the time, and I hated it. I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. I have someone else to do it.
That's okay. That is okay. Yeah. I'm with you on that. Amanda, what did you want to say?
Sorry, I cut in.
No,
you're okay.
No, you're fine. It happens. We do it all the time.
He's used to it.
So my my thing is like, and it'll just come on suddenly. Like earlier, I literally I had leftover pizza, so I just warmed it up in the microwave, and I'm like, oh, might as well wash the turntable thing in the microwave. And then it's like, well, while I'm in here, might as well just completely deep clean my microwave and wipe it all out, and let's get the little corners, let's get the spray bottle out, let's just do all this. So it just comes on suddenly. Whereas like my microwave actually stays pretty clean, but just other things, it's like I won't touch something for weeks, and all of a sudden like I'll just look at it, be like, well, guess time to clean that now. I gotta put something off. It's usually when I'm putting something off. It's like that's usually when I get going to clean something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. That's my procrastination method.
Yeah. So Rei, what about you? Like, what do you feel like works well? Do you agree? Like, let's start a fight. Do you agree with what Micah said, or are you gonna be like, listen, lady, I don't look here. I don't think so. I hate your doom piles,
Linda.
and I want them to go away. Listen, Linda, I don't like your doom piles. Get them out of my house. Talk to me.
It's something I've learned to live with mostly. I was the type of person where the remote was at the corner of the table, completely like aligned with the corner and everything. And my sister has joked with it for years.
Yeah, that's my husband.
Yeah.
He's very type A, right? Like, gotta have it all in order. Yeah. Yeah. And then, so what do you feel like works well with you guys?
I feel like a lot of the like the dynamic, like I have the dishes that I can do that they really hate, and they have like they really like cooking and baking and stuff, and that I'm not super good at that. So we supplement each other pretty well.
Yeah, I think that fits well with my chaotic energy.
Also that.
Yeah.
What about laundry? Laundry's my downfall. Like, I'll wash it and everything, but it lives. Basically my dryer is my dresser. So that, like, do you guys have a system for that?
None of us are super good at getting laundry done.
No. I'm usually the one that ends up doing it.
Yeah.
But we're not super good at getting it done.
Yeah.
Like I said,
but then when I do all of it.
Yeah, it's not
all at once.
I usually help you fold the clothes if I have the energy for it, because that's one thing I'm really good at. Getting clothes to fill absolutely nothing. I've been a scout for years, and I can pack so much stuff in so little space.
Oh, I love that.
Can you come fold my laundry? Because that's my downfall.
Yeah.
Like washing and drying it, but folding it, no. Because it's like, well, I'm gonna be wearing it next week anyway.
I usually get to wash it and then have it dry, and then I can fold it. And as long as I can listen to music while I'm doing something, I can mostly motivate myself to do most tasks. It's just, it gets too repetitive otherwise. So yeah.
Music helps a lot.
Yeah.
Or a good podcast.
Yeah.
Yay. Thanks. I also listen to music or a podcast, or I put a TV show on or something. Like, if I know, like, I have to do this task, right? Like, I have to. I don't wanna, but I have to. I can usually get through it with some sort of entertainment background noise, whether it's a podcast or a TV show, or like every once in a while, like when we were moving a few, like years and years ago, it was like during, like before I learned I was neurodivergent, I had to move us out of our little duplex, and we were moving into this house that we bought, and I had to scrub everything down so we could make sure to get our deposit back. We moved out, and I didn't want to, but I had to, right? And so I put on like this 80s playlist that I had, and I fucking blacked out. I just blacked out and cleaned. I came to, and everything was sparkly, and I'm like, holy shit, I just found the magical potion. I need 80s music when I don't want to clean but need to clean. And so now that's my thing. Like, when we have a lot of stuff to do at work or a lot of freight to put away, I'll just bring my headphones, and I'll put in my headphones, and I'll do 80s music, and I can knock out so much shipment so fast with some 80s music.
Nice.
So if you've never tried that, try it.
Yeah. Same for when I work. When I have
EDM music if I have something like stuff like that, because I need high power, like high energy stuff for that kind of thing.
But, you get that beat going. Doom, doom.
Yeah.
It
also these ones have a really good bass.
Ooh. What kind are they?
It's what's
Jabra?
Yeah, Jabra Elite.
Okay.
4 active, I think. It's their active model, so it is also dust and sweat proof and everything. I use them when I work out as well, and they actually they fit pretty well. So they stick
I hate
when
when
you're
come
running
out.
and stuff like that.
I hate when you get like the headphones that don't stay in. So
Mhm.
So I was kind of
Yeah.
nervous because they were a little bit more expensive than my old ones, but we looked online and they had some really good reviews. So yeah, I'm really happy
Good.
about them.
Okay, so
I'm the
are you
tech
the kind
geek,
of
so-
shopper? Yeah, I was gonna say, are you the kind of shopper that like has to read all the reviews before you pull the trigger on buying something? Me too. We just bought a brand new
Depending.
Roomba. Yeah, depending if it's like a dopamine last minute purchase. But like
If it's
I will
Lego,
get
no.
Legos, no. Yeah, no, like we're good with that. But I feel like I can't like pull the trigger until I've read all that there is to know. But then sometimes I'll get too far down the rabbit hole and I'll get so many choices that I can't make a decision and then I get stressed out and I won't buy it. So like
I'm a big
Yeah.
proponent of add it to the cart. Oh, like leave it overnight. Think about it. It's like then next day it's like I don't really need this. Delete.
yeah. Yeah.
I do that way too often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
But it's
yeah.
better than
No,
like
I
spending all the money and then being like, shit, I shouldn't have done that. And
Well,
then return it all.
spent
You know?
like 20 minutes, half an hour in the bookstore the other day.
Mhm.
I had decided we were out celebrating Valentine's, and Ray had to leave for a minute, and I was like, okay, I want to get one book because I didn't have a lot of money this month. And I was like, okay. I ended up with there were so many I wanted, but I ended up with Stagger Free, and I went on Goodreads. I think it's that
Yeah,
was
Goodreads.
called. Yeah, and looked them up just wonder if it's actually worth it. I ended up buying two still.
Yeah.
But yeah. But one of them were like, okay, no, I don't need this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that decision paralysis I get sometimes. Like it took me a week and a half, I think, to decide on what new like Roomba we were gonna buy. Like, because I want one that will mop and vacuum at the same time because
sense.
I'm shit at cleaning floors. Okay. Shit at cleaning floors, and my floors are the worst, dirtiest, nastiest shit in my house because we have 3 boys in this house and a dog. So like the hair, there's just Ella tumbleweeds everywhere, right? Like, and I don't floor clean. I'm not good at that. So I'm like, I need something to do it for me, right? Automate your life, man. Make it as easy as possible. If I could,
Yeah.
I told my husband, I'm gonna completely segue off this. I saw this thing where they make self-cleaning toilets now, where it has like a little compartment in the back, and
I
you
feel like
drop
Japan
this
has
solution.
these.
Yeah, and you drop this solution. No, like Kohler makes them. Like it's like a
Oh.
toilet company that like we can buy.
I just
here.
feel like
Makes them.
a lot of Japanese houses have these. Like they're
That would be
like,
fucking
really
cool
clean.
if they did. But like I'm now learning about this. They're like, I think they were like $600 a toilet, and I was like, I'm doing it. I don't give a shit. Like I'm buying these fucking toilets because I would easily pay $1,200 to never have to clean my toilet ever again. Like
That makes
I am
sense.
so terrible at cleaning. Like I'm so terrible at it. And it's like, do I pay $1,200 once to replace 2 toilets in my house and never have to deep clean a toilet ever again? Or do I pay someone like $100 to $200 a month or like every week or whatever to come and clean my house? Do you know what I mean? It's like, what do I do here? Because
Yeah,
do I
I
want
think
to pay a
I've
cleaning
lost it.
person or do I just want to buy the toilets?
I think I lost a third of my deposit for like my old apartment because I had to get cleaners in, and because I have my body's shit to say it mildly. So I cleaned throughout the night and still didn't finish in a way that was satisfactory for them. So I gave up at one point. I'm like, my back can't do this anymore. Ray was again several hours away at this point. They have helped me move, but again, cleaning was in the middle of just before I had to be out of the apartment.
It was the middle of the work week. So,
so they couldn't really come help me. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give up. I'm gonna see how much I get. But it's not as bad as we thought. But yeah.
So you guys are it's not an all or nothing security deposit for you guys. It's like a
for here you pay. I think it's
3 months worth of rent as a deposit.
Okay. And then when you move out, they will. This was with a what's it called? It was with like it was a business. It wasn't from a private person I was renting.
Oh,
if that
okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, from like a rental company.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
Yeah, rental company. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. So they send someone out and they will look at the apartment and talk with you. Like, okay, we expect like I had to get my floors buffed out and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But they were like, we can probably do a medium buff, but we will initially set aside enough for a full buff if needed and stuff like that. And okay, we definitely clean us. We expect this many hours to be used, and then they give you an estimate. And then when people have gone and done the things, you get whatever was left. But you still have the estimate from the first time, because they're not actually allowed to use more than their first initial estimate. So like if the cleaners use more time than they expected, it's on them. And the same with like, that's why they put aside for a full buff, because it could potentially be needed. For mine it wasn't, so they ended up spending less than they expected. So I got more back than they thought, but like they have like an estimate that they kind of have to go by.
Yeah.
Otherwise, so you're just put full on random shit they suddenly decide needs fixing.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And also we have a lot
they can do whatever the hell
like,
they want here.
Yeah, they can just decide like they can see like, this little plate, like this little like outlet plate was broken. Well, you lose your $1,500 deposit. Sorry.
Yeah, like
oh no, not at all. I had a door that, like on a cabinet of spins, just from being observed for a while, and they were like, well, it can have any use just because it's old. So that a lot of the stuff is also like my floors were almost good enough that they had like small scratches, but that is considered normal use, so you won't have to pay for that.
Right.
Yeah, that's
so
not
I
a
only
thing.
had one big like dent in mine, which meant I had to have the buff out. But like we have a lot of like what is expected normal use, especially considering I lived there for 6 years. They were really impressed by the standard. Like I thought it was bad, but like apparently not for someone who had lived there for 6 years.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing here. Like they can ding you for having like your blinds be a little bit bent or something, or like she said, like the switch plate covers on the lights being too dirty, or your baseboards being gross, or the carpet having a little stain on it or something that's like this big around that you couldn't even see unless you were looking for it. Like they can ding you for anything. Light bulbs that are out, like anything stupid like that, and they will charge you whatever they want to for that. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Landlords are not liked here. So
no, most landlords are like not very liked.
I have had people have trouble with landlords here as well, but usually private landlords.
Yeah,
like rental agreements. Like we also live in like a rental company place this time, and usually those are better, but not always great. It kind of depends on where you live.
Yeah.
But no, I had the opportunity when I notified them I was moving. You have to do that 3 months before you actually move. They were like, we will consent someone as to do an like before check, and they can tell you what you need to fix as much as you can, so your bill will be the smallest as possible. And that cost me nothing.
Yeah,
they just had a person come, and they were like, he was like, okay, that's these kind of things. We also had my service leader. What's it called? The English word
for a leader, like a supervisor?
No, it's
is it janitor?
Yeah, but specifically for apartment buildings.
Maintenance. Maintenance.
Yeah, pretty much. It's he had like a whole stuff for maintenance to come and fix, and that again cost me nothing because it's like it was from use, general use of things that just kind of broke apart because they were old. So they came and fixed that before I actually moved out. So they were also again not on the list for the end, and I paid nothing for that.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. So, is there? I don't want to keep you guys forever, but is there anything that you like that's been on your mind that you want to say, that you like want to touch on? Like we've been talking like this is just a normal ADHD conversation where we're all over the place. But
Pretty
is there
much.
anything like you guys wanted to be like, I want to say this or I want to talk about this when we get on the show? Anything at all that you want to hop in with?
I don't think I had anything. I just thought it was gonna be cool to be here.
Yeah, I think we like the opportunity to talk to you and to tell you that we love your show. So
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. We
We're
were
gonna cry
like,
now.
we don't. Yeah, like we're gonna cry now. But like, I told her like I didn't know what this was gonna be when we started it. Right? I was just like, I don't know. We might have 2 people listen. We might have 2 million people listen. I don't know. But like, I just know that it's fun for her and I to do this together, and we have fun doing it. And I feel like, if anything, the few people who do listen will at least connect with that they can tell that we have a genuine relationship and that we have fun and it is what it is. But like I'm shocked at how many people actually listen regularly now. And like, even though it's not like millions or it's not even a big number in the podcast world, I think our weekly listens are like, I think the average is like 20 people an episode, but that's like still way more than we ever thought we're ever gonna listen to the show. Like each one of those 20 people is like, it means the world to us. Like we're not, and every time I see like that go up every week, I'm like, people actually fucking listen to this. Like people are actually listening to us. Like this is a thing that people care about. So it's just like that's never going to get lost on me. Like my head is never going to get big enough to where I don't appreciate every single person that takes time out of their day to listen to this bullshit that her and I talk about for hours. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so fucking cool to me that someone wanted to listen and wanted to come on the show and tell us that they loved the show. So I don't know. How what about you, Aminder?
Yeah, it's same. So, and I remember I said on the Discord a week ago, I'm like, well, I'll try to be more engaging, and then I completely disregarded that promise. It's like I am so bad at like communication. Like anytime you get a response, it's like 90% of the time it's gonna be Nikki, because it's like I am so bad. But it's like it's also the fact of like I'm not used to having people like actively like trying to engage me all the time. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I'm not used to it. So it's also really surprising. It's like, wow, people actually care enough to like want to talk to me and want to listen and want to hear my stuttering ass all the time. So it's just crazy. So we really appreciate you guys, and we're really glad that you guys were able to join us and be on the show. And we love all your memes that you guys send, and
you carry this show.
You do. Yes, exactly.
You're carrying our content on your backs every day, and we love it. Like I was telling her, like, when we finally get the Patreon up and running, whenever that might be, we need to give you guys like an honorary membership. Like you guys get like a free one for all of we feel like we owe you money for all of the content you have created for us. You know what I mean? Like we owe you something. So I was like, they have to be the first guest episode that airs on the show, because y'all have carried this ship on your back. They're like, there's no fucking water for this boat. And y'all are like, look at you. Let's pick them up and carry them. You know what I mean? Like, we got this shit. It's fine. Like, we're sailing on a sandbar. And here y'all come like, don't worry. We'll push the bitch. It's fine. You know, like,
our
great. Y'all are
down
amazing.
And they're pushing it up the hill. So.
Yeah. You're helping us push the broke down car up the hill. It's great. So we appreciate you so much. We really do. And it's been fun chatting with you. We are doing this again. We're doing this again at some point.
Yeah.
We want to keep chatting.
Fun.
And
we'll try to do it earlier so it's not so late for you guys too.
And we're gonna
it's not bad at all. It's just after 11, so it's not bad at all.
So I'm gonna put this shit in the universe, Amanda. One of these days, when we're making fat cash, okay, off this show, we're coming to hang out with y'all. We're gonna have a trip. We're gonna come out and hang out with y'all because
there's a lot of cool shit to see in Denmark. So
hell yeah, and I am so geographically challenged. I suck at like knowing where shit is and like traveling is disorienting to me, but it's like one of my
Sorry,
goals
it's the
to
American in
travel
her.
through.
It's the
It
American
is.
in her.
It really, and probably the tism, but like it's one of my goals to travel more as I get older and as our kids get older and are more independent, you know. And I want to go. I've always wanted to go to Denmark. I think that part of the world is fucking beautiful, and I want to see more things. I want to go to Ireland, and I want to go to England, and like there's all these places I want to go. But we're fucking going to Denmark. We are taking a NDC trip to Denmark, and we're gonna hang out with Rei and Micah, and y'all can cart us around and show us all the things we need to see. We'll make it happen. But we are definitely going to do more of this. Maybe we can do y'all game? Do you like to game at all?
Oh yeah.
I figured
you
you
turned
set up
me into a gamer, sure.
Okay, what kind of what games do y'all play?
Like, what are you playing now?
I mostly play like single player puzzle games, but I played Among Us before.
Oh,
with some of my
okay.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
That
game stresses me out.
Same, but it was a lot of fun, but it's very
funny.
stressful.
I've never played it.
We also played some co-op games like Portal 2 co-op.
Oh, I love Portal 2.
It Takes Two, yeah.
Oh, that one's fun.
We do a lot of co-op stuff, especially if we can play like not against each other, but with each other.
Yeah,
I like that a lot more. We also play a shit ton of board games. We do a lot of board games.
Board games and some Switch as well.
Okay. I have a Switch. I'm trying to bully her into getting a Switch. She bullied me into bullied me into getting a PlayStation 5. So I have a PS5 now. I need to get her to get a Switch. And then I want to what is Portal 2 played on? Is that a computer game?
It can be a computer game. It's on PlayStation. I recently just bought it.
We have it on Steam.
Yeah, it's
we have it on Steam, but we also have it on the Switch.
Yeah,
like I just bought it. I just bought it on Steam. It was like on sale for $1. So I was like, and I played it before on console with my cousin.
Okay.
So if like Portal 2 is it's hilarious, Nikki. Like it's a puzzle game, but it can be funny. So it's so it's not
I'm a noob. Right? I like gaming, but I am shit at it. Okay, I am shit. It's the funniest thing ever. But maybe I can get Portal and we can all play Portal together or something. And y'all can teach me what we can do. I don't know how that works, but maybe we can figure out how to make it work and be fun.
Sure. We can try. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I love that. All right. If there's no more things, I think we have definitely done lots of chatting. This was so cool to talk to you guys. We're going to do this again. Maybe try to figure out how to game together or something at some point. We're friends now. We've adopted you.
I also had an idea for the Discord for more private thing. But maybe also with more people, but also just maybe the four of us. Movie nights, maybe once in a while. On the Discord server. I know a lot of Discord servers who do that once in a while, and it always seems super cozy. I thought that would be a great.
Yeah, I've seen people do that. Yeah, I've seen like YouTubers and stuff will have Discord servers where they'll do like watch parties and stuff.
Okay, that's cool as hell. Yeah, we can totally do that. See, I don't know how to do half this shit. I'm still learning. So
well, like, I just got Discord like last year, so like actually again, kind of got last year.
I was sort of an manager on a Discord server before.
Yeah, you guys understand Discord.
I have a lot of like ideas still in the back of my head. So if you ever want ideas for the Discord server, let me know.
All the ideas. Yes, if you're offering ideas, we will take them. Never be afraid to offer ideas. I'm here for it because we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Okay, I don't know if you figured that out yet. We are just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. Okay. So ideas are always welcome. Cool. Okay. Well, now we have someone else's brain to pick, Aminder. I love this. Okay. Are y'all ready for Jeremy?
Yes.
Okay. So, if everyone who is listening, if you're leaving us now, I'm sorry, but we're going to start Jeremy here in a second. If you're leaving us, you know where to find us. It's all in the show notes. You can find us everywhere socials are platformed at the NDC podcast, everywhere, even the ones we don't post on. We're there. Okay. I have a tweeter. We don't tweet, but it's there. So go find us over there. If you want to tell us we suck, if you want to tell us we're shit, if you want to tell us you love it or whatever, or you want to come on the show like Micah and Ray have done today, you can send us an email at the ndcpodcast@gmail.com. Also, what else am I forgetting? Discord. We just talked about it. Discord server. Come hang out with us. We're really fucking cool. Okay. We're really cool, but don't nobody want to come over there. So we're just going to keep being cool together without y'all. And that's just is what it is. If you want to come hang out and be cool, come over to the Discord. That's also the NDC podcast. And if you're leaving us, we love you and we'll see you next week. But otherwise, let's hit the Jeremy. Is everybody ready for the Jeremy?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to hit it. It's going to happen. I'm scrolling to it now. Ready? Here we go. Here go, Jeremy.
Okay.
We're back. I love that we can just hit the button and play it right in recording. Can I just tell you that so much? I love it so much.
It's so cool.
It's so much better than me
That was
having to
all
try
Nikki.
to take it apart and put it back together.
Yeah, that
This-
whole intro is all Nikki. She made that.
Yeah, I
Very
made that.
cool.
It's very cool.
Well done.
Thank you. I love fucking around on Canva. And so while the images of those beautiful people are AI created, I do not claim to have actually physically drawn those. I did put the little thing together. So that's nice. That's good. I will never claim things as my own that are not my own. I have enough respect for artists to not do that. But I am also not talented enough to make all that shit by myself. And we're poor. We don't make money off this show yet. So I got to do what I got to do. Okay. It is what it is. Don't judge me. I have to like clear my throat. So I'm going to hit mute. Amanda, talk to them for a second and I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, what do you guys' like favorite part of the like Jeremy thing? Is it just the AI part of it, or just the characters that are created from it?
I think my favorite character is actually Finnegan.
Finnegan.
I was listening to the podcast while and the Jeremy section while doing some work with some wood for my master's project, and like I was standing with like maybe like 5-6 meters sticks when you were talking about what's the unicorn's name? It's
Sympathy.
Yeah, Sympathy was farting. So I was dying while I was trying to handle these massive sticks.
That was unhinged. That one was
Yeah.
unhinged. I mean, the AI just had.
laugh out loud because I was in a big workshop with other people. And like, I'm just trying to deal with my sticks over here. I'm not trying to go on the floor laughing.
Oh my gosh.
Just trying to keep calm. It's
Oh my
hilarious.
gosh.
It just shows we're all children. Even all around the world, people will laugh at something farting. That we're all children, and it's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna have y'all are gonna get to witness a husband interruption because we're getting ready to go on a date night here soon, and the person who's gonna be watching our kids has called me twice, so I'm gonna have to have him come get this phone so he can call her back. So we're gonna have a husband interruption. Sorry. Give me just a second. I gotta call him in here. Hey, can you come get my phone? Can you come get my phone and call Fiona back, please? Okay, call Fiona then. I've got Fiona's number. Okay, then call Fiona. Never mind. No husband interruption. Just me talking to my husband because I'm not professional. And I'm probably not even going to cut that out. It's staying in. This is Jeremy. These people know what to expect. We're on the other side. We can do whatever we want now. I feel like
It's
once that
fuckery.
intro for Jeremy plays, you don't know what the fuck you're going to get over here. But everything goes. Nothing gets cut out. It all stays.
This is
Okay?
the end credit scene, okay? The end credit scene gives no fucks.
Right. Give no fucks. No structure. It doesn't matter. Okay. Am I reading this week or are you?
Yes. You.
I'm reading. Okay. We're going to kick it off. This one is all me. I wrote the whole thing. No AI whatsoever.
Nice.
This is all.
We lost
And
her. And we lost her.
Great timing.
Yep.
This
Oh,
is all
no.
me and gone.
All me. Okay,
This is
bye.
definitely gonna be the slide out clip at the end.
Yep, exactly. I have it open, and I don't know if she has our ideas document open. Let's see if she comes back from this. But yep, there she is. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. We're like, this is all me. Okay, bye.
I went to this mouse. Okay, she's finna get yeeted out of here. I can't with this mouse. It has these dumbass buttons on the side here that you click, and it when you do that, it like backs you out of shit. And I'm like, I didn't tell you to do that. All I did was touch my mouse, and it was like, fuck off, and away I went. So that pisses me off. But anyway, let's read some Jeremy. I'm ready now. Hopefully, I won't disappear from screen again. Can everybody hear me okay? Because I think I knocked my damn mic around. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay, cool. Here we go. With sympathy back to normal and Finnegan's powerful grandfather, Penumbra, by their side, there was a renewed sense of unity among them. Jeremy could feel their collective power growing stronger by the second. Morgana wailed in the distance. You will perish! None have ever bested me, not one in 1,000 years. Jeremy looked at Binky. I like our odds, he said, grinning mischievously. Did I say mischievous? I did say mischievously. I was going to go menacingly, but I figured that wouldn't make no sense. She's undefeated because she's yet to challenge us, Binky replied. What are you talking about? Finnegan asked. Damn it, Finnegan, do you ever pay attention? The witch over here tackling her ancient murderous ass off. That's who they're talking about, Sympathy screamed. Geez, sorry, I didn't hear the whole thing because I fainted right after I yelled for Gramps to save us, Finnegan replied. Penumbra, I can't say that fucking name. God damn it, AI. Can't say that name. Penumbra addressed the group. Focus, everyone. We don't have time for this. Morgana is as powerful as they come, and she will not surrender. We end her or we die trying. There is no other option. Do or do not. There is no try. Very Yoda. Morgana appeared in front of them, and Penumbra stepped in front of the group. Your reign of terror ends today, Morgana. Take another step further and you will deal with me, he said firmly. Morgana laughed menacing. There it is! I knew I put it in there somewhere. Morgana laughed menacingly. And what threat would that be to me? You are but a feeble old goat. Finnegan snapped back at her. Hey, lady, lay off my Gramps. He may be old, but he's far from feeble. He'll send your crusty ass back to hell where you came from. Quiet, you bleeding waste of flesh, Morgana yelled and sent a bolt of lightning crashing down next to Finnegan. Finnegan screamed, ah! And then immediately fainted, fell over, legs straight up in the sky, as stiff as a board. Shit, Jeremy said. Morgana got such a kick out of watching Finnegan faint. She was so overtaken by this ridiculous fainting goat that she collapsed on the ground, kicking and screaming with laughter. It was unceasing. No one had ever made her laugh like this before. She was completely disarmed. This bitch is doing the most right now with this laugh, Sympathy said. Yeah, she is, Binky replied. Right, well, I'm off, Penumbra said. Wait, you can't just leave us here. She'll kill us all without your help, Jeremy said nervously. Nah, you're good. Finnegan took care of it, Penumbra replied. Finnegan took care of nothing but a nap, Sympathy snapped. Look at her. She's a mess. She's been laughing for ages. We won. Go home. And with that, Penumbra poofed away. He's right, Binky said. She can't stop laughing. Finnegan's fainting actually came in handy for once. Well, I'll be damned, Jeremy said. It sure did. Come on, guys, let's move out. Binky, grab Finnegan. Sympathy, grab any logs you can find for our fire tonight. Velvet, can you? Wait. Hey, guys, where's Velvet? To be continued.
Ooh.
Yeah, because we kind of ignored Velvet for a while.
Yeah. Velvet somehow got poofed out of there by the last round of AI contribution. So we're just going to we're playing off that. So where the fuck did Velvet go? Where did she go?
It's like a show that forgets to have a certain character and just doesn't have the character on for a while.
It's like, oh, hey, remember me, guys? It's like, where the fuck have you been for the last 4 episodes? And then they were on some like like life quest to like better themselves, like a soap opera. You know what I mean? Like this character just disappears because they've had to go do work elsewhere in real life, and then they come back and it's like he was on a journey of self-discovery or was kidnapped by some fucking government agency or some shit. Who knows? But anyway, bad soap opera shit. I'm sure I will be stealing at some point. But anyway, that's Jeremy. That's what it is this week. Short and sweet. And
I like
kind
it.
of funny.
It was funny. I thought it was
Yeah,
hilarious.
it was
I had my
definitely like
husband
me and
who,
Morgana was exactly agreeing on Finnegan's hilariousness.
yes, Finnegan is definitely the comedic relief of the story.
Mhm.
Yes, of the Fellowship, he is like
Merry and Pippin.
like Merry and Pippin. Yeah, like Merry and Pippin
Yeah.
from LOTR. That's kind of my inspiration. And Penumbra is kind of going to be like Gandalf. I think we're going to keep him around.
Yeah, because
I like
Gandalf
it,
just
even though I
Gandalf
can't say
just
his
like
name.
fucks off sometimes. Yeah, I mean Gandalf just
Yeah,
fucks
he
off
does. He just
sometimes.
Yeah.
fucks off, and then he shows back up, and then kicks ass, and then fucks off again. So
Mhm.
and sometimes he shows up white, and other times he's gray, and it is what it is. But Penumbra, maybe Penumbra will die and come back Penumbra the something.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll have to steal that from LOTR.
It's okay.
I
Most
love it.
fantasy steal something from Lord of the Rings. It's fine.
That's true.
Why not? Why
That's
not
very
us?
true.
Mm-hmm.
Why not us? Why not us?
Mhm.
Why not, Amanda?
Porque no lodos.
Yeah. What you said. I don't Spanish well, but it's fine. Okay, guys. That's it. That's what it is. I am gonna drop a little teaser because this is where we do that stuff. When I hit stop recording, I have something to show you both before you go away
Ooh.
altogether.
Mhm.
Yes. Only you shall see it first. I was gonna put it in the Discord, and then I'm like, no.
No.
We're gonna unveil it to the two OGs, the special ones, get to see it first, before anybody else does, because Amanda and I have yet to decide exactly when this will debut.
Mhm.
But it's some top secret shit you guys get to see first.
I also would like to
Okay.
point out that Nikki has not yawned once.
You're right. I haven't.
That's cool.
That's
It
awesome.
is,
Don't
it is
know.
before 8 o'clock, so it is before 8
Yes.
o'clock. So
That's the magic potion on the no yawns. As soon as it hits 8 o'clock, I'm gonna yawn all fucking episode. But if it's before 8 o'clock, we're good.
like we even
So-
made a yawn counter that goes up to 15. So
Yeah, I
just
made a
in
yawn
case.
counter banner that goes up to 15. Here, I'll show it to you now. Ready? I shall show you that. Maybe will I? Where did it go? Where did our
It's under
banners
banners.
go?
Darn our banners.
Is it though? Because I clicked on
I s-
banners and I don't see it.
Here. There.
It just says
Yawn counter.
create banner.
Hey.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there it is.
Yay! Love it. There it is. I was in some
Yep.
other folder.
Yeah,
So,
I
we
deleted
have
the other
yawn
ones,
counter.
but Mhm.
Perfect. So okay, that's it. We're gonna leave y'all with it. What should the if you listened this far word be, since we forgot it last week and Ray so very kindly did it anyway. Did it anyway.
Hmm.
What should it be?
I'm trying to look at the AI story. It usually has to be that.
Yeah, like what can we make it to where they can comment? Let's see.
I was like, send your crusty ass back to hell where you came from,
Yeah,
but that's
your
kind of long.
crusty ass. Your crusty ass. Oh Lord.
Good old crusty ass.
Yeah, crusty ass. I like it. Type crusty ass. There we go. That why not? No one will know, but you guys, crusty ass. No one will know why there's a bunch of comments that say crusty ass, and I think that's hilarious. That fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, crusty ass. That's what it is. If you listened all the way through, Jeremy, type crusty ass on the post for this week's episode. Okay? Okay. I love it very much. Here we go. That's it. We love you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Abrupt ending. Okay, bye. Did I make the thing yet?
I don't know.
I don't think I made the outro, the new outro yet. Did I put the outro? I did. Here it is. Okay, ready? Here we go. Gonna hit it.